Yes, and welcome to the sounds of Sunday. And I am your host, Scott Free, bringing you all those more mellow tunes of yesterday and today. So sit back while we bring you a full hour of jazz, R&B, and international sounds from around the world. I am your host, Scott Free. And this is the sounds of Sunday. Stay tuned.
You are buying me gray roses. A house in a street with no lights at the end of a road. Used to come for what parties, music and a little more. That place beaten by a northern wind took it proudly on the chin. At the time, all those years, you were buying me gray roses.
We fought a long winter, I can tell you I don't have any scars. The cabin fever stole the light out of my eyes, now I see in the dark. As we travel in the spring, tell me now, could you be my gene? And I'll be full, walking round at all with you. Yeah, now I'ma only tell him once to keep the green eyes off me. After that I can only let the sword do the talking. Homie, you know this blade cost me too hot. Grueling summers of an apprenticeship to Musashi. Yeah, you smirking like it's simple, but tell me, have you seen all 300 stairs outside of the temple? Try running all of that at dawn before breakfast and sparring with your classmates to see who gets first dibs. I saw her put it on Haomaru-san for double dipping on the Takuan. Back with me and Jubei, we're still rocking Gakudan, stick fighting for the school day. Underneath that Tokugawa sun, I crushed on her for a few weeks that summer, until my focus drifted so much I had to cover my heart and put the sword first. But looking back, man, I wish I would've told her. Hold up, what do you think? I'm me and you taking a long walk down to the bridge by the creek where the birds sing to the wind through the trees. On and on, morning after dark, we could get gone, making a break together till we reach the shore. Yeah. Sensei told me to get my mind right or he'll get it right for me. Hell, I'd rather die twice. I seen that old man take out a shinobi so fast with no hands, you think him and death were close kin. Couldn't tell if he was serious or deadpan when he said her father secretly toasted #2 headband. I mean, I'd seen beef like Ken and Ryu, but this was on some other ish like Gal Ford and Hanzu. Family names fighting for family gain and a few more paragraphs on the history books page. All in all, I dug her, but she wasn't worth the risk. I brought it up with Jubei. He said, homie, join me on this pilgrimage. A sucker for adventure, I went with it. We planned a journey for a few years, then joined the shogunate. A different man now, a decade later, ran into her again. I didn't wait, I said, hold up, walking what do you think? I'm me and you taking a long walk down to the bridge by the creek where the birds sing to the wind through the trees. On and on, walking morning after dark, we could get gone, making a break together till we reach the shore. Hold up, what do you think? I'm me and you taking a long walk.
And just coming back at you, that was Romancing the Shogunate of the album Ito, and that was Tessarra Morrison. One before that on this R&B music mix, you heard Tronic, and that was by Ketsa. We're going to do a little bio on Ketsa this afternoon on the Sounds of Sunday, but that was the off the album Funkadilicious. That's like I said, that's Tronic. And kicking off this R&B music mix, we had one called Gray Roses. And that one was by Desi May off the album Seasonal Affective Disorder. Right here on the Sound of Sunday. I'm glad you could tune in this afternoon on this 2016 Sunday show, January 3rd, coming at you with more music that you've never heard of before. Some you have, but I promote it right here on the Sounds of Sunday. I am your host, Scott Free. Stay tuned. Coming up is a smooth jazz music mix. Kicking off this one, you're going to hear one by Audiobinger entitled You Can't Love Me off the album Open Road Music Volume 2 right here on the Sound of Sunday. Stay tuned. Right back. by Jazar off the album DJ. Nice little cut. Before that, you heard BARBAGIL, and that was by Boom Boom Beckett off the album Boom Boom Baby. Boom Boom Baby. And before that, you heard, kicking off the smooth jazz music mix, you heard one by Audiobinger entitled You Can't Love Me off the album Open Road Music Volume 2, right here on the Sound of Sunday. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon on this January 3rd, New Year's Day weekend, 2016. I hope everybody had a good time and stay safe during the holiday season, the weekend. I'm bringing you more music that you've never heard of before, and some you have, right here on the Sound of Sunday. I am your host, Scott Free. Last weekend, we had a pretty good time on Thursday down at the American Post 14, down at 863 Northeast Street in San Bernardino. We're pretty packed down there on Thursday night, bringing in the new year. I want to give a shout out to all my bartenders, Tina, Vicky, and Lynette, and also Diva, and a new member of our bar is Cheryl. Give a shout out to everybody down there. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon with me. I am your host, Scott Free. Glad everybody had a good time. We had a good time this weekend, over the weekend. So now it's time to get into 2016, bringing you some more favorite music mixes. Like I said, if you've actually enjoyed some of our shows from 2015, just go to my description box or go to the comments, subscribe, and I'll bring you some tracks that you actually favored on the show. I've been on the show for a while now. Had some programming issues, but getting better every weekend. So stay tuned. Coming up is my international music mix. Kicking off this one is one by Chicano entitled Para AGRADECER off the album Live on WFMU with GAYLE Fields, January 11, 2015. A music track. And after that, you're going to hear one by Mina Mbala entitled Jitos. Nice little international cut. Right here on the Sound of Sunday. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be right back. Right here on the Sounds of Sunday. Don't go anywhere.
Song. It's about life and living. Buenos días, mi amor. Oh, oh, oh. Buenos días, corazón. Le doy gracias a la vida. Le doy gracias al universo. Buenos días, mi amor. Oh, buenos días, corazón. Eres la madre de mi hija. Eres la madre de mi hija. Gracias a la vida. Thanks to life, everybody. Gracias a la vida. Gracias a la vida, la vida. Gracias a la vida.
Jeitos, jeitos mil. Isto parece um labirinto do princípio ao fim. Jeitos, jeitos mil. Um labirinto que parece não é tanto assim, vai. E olha-me a mim, sou multidão que quer ouvir, quer ver a lua antes de ir dormir. Vai, escuta-te a ti, minha voz são teus ouvidos. Chega-te, senta-te aqui, jeitos, jeitos mil. Isto parece um labirinto do princípio ao fim. Jeitos, jeitos mil. Um labirinto que parece não é tanto assim, vai. E olha-me a mim, sou multidão que quer ouvir, quer ver a lua antes de ir dormir. Vai, escuta-te a ti, minha voz são teus ouvidos. Chega-te, senta-te aqui, jeitos pra viver. Desta terra sem moradas que a mesma história fez, juntos que perder. Acredita então, rapaz, diz-me no que vês bem. E olha-me a mim, sou multidão que quer ouvir, quer ver a lua antes de ir dormir. Vai, escuta-te a ti, minha voz são teus ouvidos. Chega-te, senta-te aqui.
Deixo de lado a saudade guardada junto ao que vai ficar, feito coisas que não vou usar. Levo na mala e no peito a coragem que não pode faltar. Tente lembrar quando for me abraçar. Passa como passa o carnaval. Posso ser feliz igual. Passa como passa o carnaval. Posso ser feliz igual. Deixo de lado a saudade guardada junto ao que vai ficar, feito tudo que não vou usar. Levo
Coming back at you. That was a nice little track by Diego Carnaval entitled Marcha de Bota off the album Sima Pod. The one before that you heard Jitos by Mina and Bala off the album Live on WFMU with GAYLE Fields, January 11, 2015 music soundtrack. And kicking off this international music set, you had one by Chicano Bateman off the album. Let me correct some. The last one was Jitos, and that's off the album Mana and Bala. And Chicano Bateman is the one off of Live on WFMU with GAYLE Fields, January 11, 2015. Right now on the Sounds of Sunday. Last week I made an error on one of my tracks. It was entitled Doom Shades I made a mistake and said Silent Partner. Actually, it was not Silent Partner. It was Bodyline right here on the Sounds of Sunday. So I make sure I get all my artists and their music on the right track. So I'm making that correction on that from last weekend. I'm hoping you enjoyed the track last weekend, the pre-New Year's Eve party track. It was pretty exciting. I had some special effects in there on the track, so with fireworks and turntables, so I'm hoping you enjoyed it. And kicking off this international music mix was called Para AGRADECER, and that was Chicano Bateman. Right here on the Sounds of Sunday. Just give me a little background. Coming up is my next R&B music mix. One, you're going to hear one by BARBAGIL off the album Bez Alboma, entitled Track 6. And after that, you're going to hear another one back to back by BARBAGIL off the same album track, Bez Alboma, entitled Waiting for the Light. Right here on the Sound of Sunday. Just giving you a little background on my music group featured this week is Ketsa. Just want to give you a little background. Ketsa is a London-based down-tempo, chill out, trip hop, electronic, media and world music producer. He has released over a dozen well-received albums digitally over the last 8 years for a variety of albums, such as BFM Recording, Invisible Agent, Where Oligos, and his own imprint, Soapside City, In Days Recording, and Ketsonica. His music has been used for a variety of projects, from the house advertising, news broadcasts, and short films, show reels, and more. Ketsa is a pretty nice group that actually I feature a lot in 2015. I'm going to be downloading more of Ketsa's music this year, 2016. I just want to feature a little background about him on the show today. So stay tuned. Coming up is my R&B music track right here on the Sounds of Sunday. Stay tuned. Be right back.
can stick cash under their belt and
wait for the light on the stars, keep the year for the light, wait for the light, it's a frozen winter night.
And just coming back at you, that was a nice little track by Miami Slice entitled Good News off the album Disco Cuts. Before that, you heard Waiting for the Light by BARBAGIL off the album Bez Alboma. And kicking off this your R&B music mix was Back to Back entitled Track 6 of the album Bez Alboma by BARBAGIL. Right here on the Sounds of Sunday. Glad you enjoyed this afternoon. Well, this afternoon. I'm glad you came to enjoy the show today on this January 3rd, 2016, New Year's Sunday weekend. I am your host, Scott Free, and I'm glad you enjoyed some of my tracks today. So, like I said, if you like the tracks that I put on the show, subscribe to my show, and you can actually find the cuts in the description box below. Just look below, and you'll find them in there. What the tracks is, where you can find them. All my music is attributed to the original artists and creators of the music. So I do this every weekend and promoting new artists that you have never heard of before. Some you have. I'm going to be coming up in later shows, Sundays, bringing you some music that I actually know that you enjoy and know that you've heard of before. I actually play a lot of music that actually people have never heard of, and different web sites that I go to listen to, like FMA, Internet Archives, and YouTube Library. So I like to bring people a little flavor of different music. So kicking right into my last music mix is my smooth jazz mix. Coming up is one off the album The Ocean, and by Dalen Heckerman, entitled The Ocean, off the album title. Kicking off after that, you're going to hear Touch Point by Audiobinger, off the album City Hall Roof Music. And ending the show tonight, this afternoon, is going to be one by Topher Moore and Alex Alina, off the album. Can be found on the Last FM website and YouTube library, entitled Monks. I'm pretty sure you'll like this one. So stay tuned next week. I'll be right back with you with more music right here on the Sound of Sunday. I am your host, Scott Free. See you then. Later.
She walked him down to the ocean side, lovers bound to the last goodbye. As she held him close, she spoke the words, I will always love you, but the words were not returned. She laid him down to rest in the ocean, sifting through her fingers, she felt him as he slipped away. She spoke the words, I will always love you, but the words were not returned. She will make his wish come true. Make his wish come true. And if you say to take you down to the ocean, then I will let you swim away. So if your wish is to see the ocean, then I will let you swim away from me. Dreamt of his kiss from the last time, before she gave him over to the tide. As she watched him float away, she spoke the words, I will always love you, but the words were not returned. Her knees gave way, falling into the sand. Vision blurred from her tears as she saw the ocean take him. She spoke the words.
That just about does it for me today. I'm your host, Scott Free, and this is The Sounds of Sunday. I'm glad you came to join me today on this show for an hour where we actually exposed and promoted artists that you have never heard before. Some you may have, but I'm glad you joined anyway. So listen, tune in next week, same time, 2 p.m. to 3, when we will feature more from the archives of music and jazz, R&B, and international sounds from around the world. Again, this is Scott Free, and we'll see you next week, right here on The Sounds of Sunday. Later.
Sometime when it's cold and late at night, I remember all our fights, all those years. At the time, you were buying me gray roses. In a street with no lights at the end of the road, where friends used to come